Like, on the right side, it's like something that stops you from... Something that just kind of stops you from going up them. So I think I need to work my way back. Work my way back from the black doors. Like, maybe the chest is has something that is a complete worthless pile of crap. But I won't know unless I go for it now, will I? So it's entirely possible I'll have to spend like half the next stream just fighting through everything to get back to the 8th floor. Unless that is the top floor, in which case it cannot come soon enough. And here was I thinking that this was the stairs I needed to go to get to the 8th floor. Because it's behind a black door. Maybe if I try this one. Here's hoping this is it. Am I back at the start again? Yeah. Funny how that one hallway changes the entire thing. And again, that kind of is the gimmick here. So I want the south door. I want to be heading like south. So I want to be heading that way, I think. Wait, where was the... Oh, there it was. Hmm. I was starting to get a feeling I may have, like, botched that chest. Unless I could just find a way over there. Any ideas, Slime Knight, if you're still there? I need to get over there, but how do I get over there? Because this is the first part of it. I have gone up those very stairs. And that's the thing that's driving me nuts. I can't figure out for the life of me how I got to those, like, where those stairs lead to. So from over in... From the west, no, east. But there's nowhere else. The only thing is through here, but this takes me to the 7th floor. Will I somehow, like... Wait a second. Wait a cotton pickin' second. Let me try this. This one I'm kind of grasping at straws, but... How do I get to those particular stairs? Unless I'm completely overlooking something, which is entirely possible. Yo, TT, not much. I'm just scratching my head trying to figure out how to get to one chest here. How you doing, man? Well, that leads to the start. Like, did I somehow mess up a chest and I can't get it now? Yeah, someone did. Like, it was definitely being an anonymous donator. But I'm pretty sure it was Arco again. Not the sub-shame, but I'm pretty sure it was him. Not even the first time, like Arco's basically the only person keeping my channel afloat. Well, that's not a good way to put it. It's like I'm relying on his money, and I'm not. Certainly giving me motivation to push through. Yeah, enjoy your starfish. Yeah, but until I get more... You know what? Do I have extra emote slots now that I'm thinking about it? Because if I do, I might be able to make Squid Raid a tier 1 a tier 1 thing now. And then that way, when I send you to other people's channels... I like those emotes, Slime Knight. Don't worry about it too much. It pertains more to me than to you, really. This is really getting on my nerves. Did I screw up getting that chest? Is there any way to... Because I know I've... Then, like, how did I... Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to recover and save. I'm not going to reset. Because of how many battles I'm going to have to fight just to get back here. Not usually to this extent. Like, the most that we get for puzzles in Grandia 2 is, like, one of the last dungeons in the game where you have, 3 light switches you got to turn on and off. But the hint at the beginning of the area is a little bit cryptic. But I don't see why people have so much trouble with it, because all you have to do is just follow the dang compass. It actually points you to where you need to go. But I've solved this, like the area I was just in. The problem is I want the treasure chest. And I think I may have, like, I know I went up those stairs, which is next to the thing that changes the junction. But I don't know how I got back there. And it's starting to drive me nuts because I may have accidentally screwed myself out of the chest. And it may be the one good piece of loot in the entire game. Or dungeon. I never played any of the Tales games, but I've been looking at playing Tales of Fantasia. Although I may want to wait till I finish up Wild Arms first. Implying I'm actually any significant distance through the game. But yeah, like, my gaming backlog's kind of full right now, so I'm not really looking into getting new games for a while. Well, maybe some select games I'll get. Was that always here? Yes, it was. Let's see, well, I really can't recommend them, but one of my friends is into the series, but I don't think he's played any of the other ones. Because if I do this... Yeah. Yeah, Tales of Fantasia, that goes all the way back to the... it goes as far as the SNES era. Stop me if I'm wrong, but wasn't it Tri-Ace that made Tales of Fantasia? Because if they did, like, they're the same guys behind the Star Ocean games. Like, I want to get to that chest. That wall looks a little off color. Or maybe not. No, maybe not. The only other one I'm remotely aware of was Tales of Symphonia. But I never actually tried it when Steam had like a free weekend for it. Probably should have. I hear it's pretty good. But I still can't puzzle out how to get that chest. I'm just gonna say screw it. Like, finish up the dungeon, I can always come back to it. Alright, I think I may have trapped myself on this side. Like... Wait, do I want to... Let's see... Yeah, dead south of that one area. Whatever. If I end up getting wiped by the boss, well, I guess the last thing I'll do is get that chest. I'm assuming I'm at the end, otherwise. I am so afraid to move on without that chest. Like, it's just for something optional. It's not even something I need to get through here. Like, it's not even that much of a puzzle here. Oh yeah, this totally says boss time. But the problem is I feel like I may have possibly... Oh, crap. Aha! The problem is I feel like I may have possibly screwed myself out of that chest. And that's... Oh, no. Uh-oh. Satan? That's what they're called? Really? Not the name I would have chosen. Yeah, those are exactly like the things in Grandia 2 that wipe your entire party with a single attack. Even best case scenario, they'll only wipe... Ah! Ha ha ha!
I'm gonna knock y'all down at once. Ha! Hurrah!
I don't like this. Just gonna use a shockwave because, well, as cool as Power of the Universe is, I feel like it's a little overkill. Cold? Well, that ain't good. Yep, pretty much. How much damage? Okay. Good grief.
All right, we won.
I'm not sure if that one was just defending or the damage on those guys. And they're still worth crap! Now that's like definitely one of the things I hate about the side areas in this game. Don't give me the stars just yet. Because now I have no idea where I am. If it's any consolation, the enemies don't respawn. Man, I was really hoping that was the end of it. But I am still so hung up over that one chest. Like, if it was just some money, I could just say, meh, I can leave it. But I can't. I don't even know what it is. Like, I know I could just reload, but I do not want to do all those fights again if I can avoid it. Especially the ones in this part of the area. Like, here's the thing, I did, like, my real beef is I have no freaking clue. Like, how you're supposed to get between those particular, like, I went up those stairs, I activated the thing that locked off the chest, I just cannot get back there. If it turns out it's like this piece of garbage, I don't know whether I'm gonna laugh or cry. Drop down from where though, Slime Light? Like, there's that one hole I passed just brought me back down into that room. It doesn't take me there. And I did drop down that hole. It didn't take me to the chest. And even if it did, how do I get back out? I haven't seen a new hole. That's not the one. So I know it's not from there to there because that's the end of this little maze. I'm probably going to spend the rest of the stream just trying to find that one chest. Because I have been over there. Like, I was over there. Unless it's, like, type... Because this here is the start. Like, this is the start point. Let me in! Let me in! Well, there was, but I botched it somehow. And I can't get back there. I see a hole. But how do you get to the dang hole? Oh, you can zoom in. I mean, I think I might be able to get to it. Like, maybe. Like, maybe if I reset. Screw it, that's what I'm doing. I'm gonna save and recover. Reset the game. Here's hoping that's what... Because this is just going to take me directly down. It's not going to take me to where I want to go. See? Like, it was right where I just was. They rotate the part of the corridor. I'm trying to get back to the one that I activated that locked me out of the chest. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting, like, extremely irritated. Because they put a chest in the game you could potentially lock yourself out of for good. I don't know if there's, like, any points of no return. Although, considering this is Grandia, I wouldn't be surprised. But it's entirely possible they made a chest that the player can accidentally lock themselves out of. Like what I just did. So... I'm going to save, reload, and pray that that's all reset. Considering the rest of the area was when I reloaded from last time, it probably will be. Let's see. Oh yes, there is a soft reset. Like, I don't care if I have to redo the entirety of 5 through 7. As long as I get that chest. The chest is what I want. Although, I think those switches are still going to be pressed. I don't think it's that kind of game. I think I just did not... I think I failed to push the switch enough times was the problem. Because that's what happened. Like, I only pushed it once and I thought, oh, that was just a T-junction. No, it wasn't. And I moved in such a way that I was unable to get back there. Like, the real pain in the neck is that all the enemies will respawn, but that's the only way I could think of to reset the puzzle. And I don't even know if it works. I'll have to ask Gracie about that chest. If it turns out I'm locked out of it, then I am willing to replay up to this point so I get it. Of course it's rap. And I cancel this attack too. What a pal. Well, if I lock myself out of it, I'm just gonna replay the part of the game. I'll just do it off stream. Good thing I kept that second save, huh? I mean, I'll probably need a better... I'll save my money. I will buy nothing at Zilpaddon if I have to replay the game. I'm just gonna go straight for the Savannah, get the scales, and then start getting crap. And maybe grind up some of Rap's magic before I come here. Okay, good. I don't have to do 1 through 4 again. Oh, I didn't even know the brain bats are part of this. One shockwave should do it. Yeah, those Dragonites are by far one of the worst enemies here. Because unfortunately they're resilient to a lot of stuff I could throw at them. Game art, I believe. The only thing I'm aware of that they made of any notes is Grandia 1 and 2. I don't know about the rest of the series, but I know Ubisoft published Grandia 2. I like the first game better so far, but I think the second one is better overall. Mostly because it streamlines a lot of it. The game's not terribly long. Story is fairly interesting, but I swear, Grandia 2 has a major problem with filler. Or it fails to justify the filler sufficiently. Like, yes, we have to deactivate this evil weapon from the past to be able to get the Wall of Wind down, but does that really justify having 3 battles in a small area? That's all the dungeon is. Grandia 1 and 2 on PS3? Must be the classics. Or do they just have the PS1 classics on it? Because Grandia 2 was on the PlayStation 2 and the Dreamcast. And the PC, but we don't like to talk about those ports. Like, seriously, like, both PC ports of Grandia 2 are awful. I would not recommend either of them. If you absolutely must play one of the PC ports for Grandia 2, get the Steam version. At least the Steam version as of the time I'm recording this. Because I know, or at least I'm fairly certain, that Gung Ho is updating the Steam version of Grandia 2 instead of releasing a whole new version, which was what I was expecting. And I won't lie, I would have totally bought it. Like, I would have bought Grandia 2 again. It's one of my favorite games. Well, I know they're not going to bring Grandia 1, at least, to the PS4. Simply because they already have their work cut out for them, just upscaling all the artwork. Oh yeah, I forgot that these guys are kind of slippery. But to update it from not just
I'm gonna knock y'all down
32-bit to HD, and then going to 4K is way out of their range. Maybe if the Switch version sells well, they might do it, but I don't care. Because I don't even have either of them. All I care is that they do not botch the PC version of Grandia 1. And here's the sad part, I won't even know there are bugs until I play it myself, probably. I know how to go through this, so I'm just going to streamline it. I'm going to not try to fight everything if I end up finding everything. Well, Grandia 1 and 2 remaster for Switch. Well, it's been in the works. Oh, no! Because that's not the position it started in. My power fruit. Yeah, because I don't think the sprite work in this game is its strong suit. I mean, yeah, like they animate the characters, but I just don't think it looks particularly good. That just might be the result of age, though. Or maybe it looks better on the Sega Saturn. Oh yeah, it's certainly not bad at all, but I just don't think it looks very good. I mean, Star Ocean 2 sprites look amazing. But again, this was made in '97 for the Sega Saturn, so make of that what you will. I am gonna, like...
Not bad, eh?
If that chest is still blocked off... I hope not. I hope that chest's not... Yeah, it did. It's still blocked off. It's still blocked off. Unfortunately, this game doesn't have a lot of pre-rendered videos, although that may have been more so for budget reasons. And most of them have been, like, for the most part, anime stills. With some animation, depends on the cutscene. Although there have been 2 so far that are actually 3D. And believe me, that second one. And of course they resisted.
I'm gonna knock y'all down at once. Ha! Hurrah!
So that chest is still blocked, I think. Whoop, sorry, put the table. This should hit them all. If it's still blocked, I'll have to ask Rice here if I locked myself out of that chest. I don't care what's in it. I want it.
Come back with reinforcements.
And I don't even know what I did. Did I just fall down like a one-way hole? What do you mean HD cutscenes with I'm not sure what you mean, TT, but yeah, look, it's still blocked off. It is still freaking blocked off. So I'm going to go and save because I'm pretty sure I got a seed drop. And I know with the sheer amount, it doesn't matter if I lose one. My inventory's like filling up anyway. It has a few of those HD cutscenes. If you're talking about the original Final Fantasy VII. It's just like when we see characters like not in poorly, like low poly bodies, for lack of a better word. Those are fairly few and far in between. Just look at the last couple cutscenes of Disc 1, and like it's, well, for the time, HD. If that's what you're talking about. And in regards to Final Fantasy, for the other remakes, I don't know. They're Squaresoft. If they're selling Final Fantasy, they usually get the money they need. Like, from what I heard with Xenogears, it's like from my brother, that they ran out of time to make that game. Never played it myself. But the way he described it is like, hey, Square, we need more money. Alright, here you go. We also need a team to redo this one cutscene. Consider it done. Square, we need like another month before we're ready for release. I don't think so.
There's no use in hiding.
Should just use this the first time with Athena.
Oh,
Yeah, I swear, like, I swear, if I locked myself out of that chest, I am not going to be happy. Yeah, so have I. I've heard good things, and apparently, Yasunori Mitsuda did the music for it. He's the genius behind Chrono Cross and Chrono Trigger, which are also games I want to play on my stream eventually.
Ta-da!
No. Yeah, maybe I should get a new chair because, like, my butt's getting sore on this one. On the bright side, the Gaia brains respawned. I'll just say this much. Don't go into Chrono Cross thinking it's a sequel. I mean, it is a sequel, but it's more of an indirect sequel. It's better to treat them as two separate games than, like, two parts of the same storyline. It didn't bother me much as a kid, but the gameplay is radically different in Cross as opposed to Trigger. Like, it's turn-based instead of ATB, and instead of learning abilities by grinding TP, in Chrono Cross, you have to equip your special abilities, which, as you go through the game, like, yeah, Chrono Cross, you don't actually level up at all. You get star levels as you go through the game, and those usually confer the majority of your stat bonuses. But more importantly, it also expands your element grid, which lets you use more abilities in and out of battle. Alright. So, I'm going to call it here. I did not expect to spend an entire other stream in here. I was hoping that Floor 8 was it. Sadly, no. So I'm gonna have to ask Rice here about that chest because, like, I am fearing the worst because I just cannot find my way there. And I'll see you guys later, YouTube.